Okay, Campfire crew, let's cook an old southern staple that's been around for a very long time. Here's the thing. Even though I have a recipe, there's no set recipe because everybody likes different ingredients. So today, let's cook salmon patties. Some people call them salmon cakes. Also, some people call them salmon croquettes. So, let's get this can open and let's get this recipe started. Okay, so I called Catherine's mother and asked her how to do this. And she gave me a great recipe, except her recipe calls for onions in the salmon patties or the salmon cakes. And I'm not a big onion person on fish, so we're gonna do this and leave the onions off. We have purchased a can of salmon and the other ingredients, so let's get started. So it's a can of pink salmon. Make sure you have a good can opener. These are not pop tops. And you don't want to cut it all the way through because we want to dump the juice off of that salmon or the water off of that salmon. Okay. Here's the only thing about salmon patties is the salmon, when you buy cans of salmon, it comes and it still has a few bones in the salmon. So this salmon is pressure cooked. But the thing about being pressure cooked is it still has part of the spinal backbone. So we're gonna take those backbones or those pieces of spine out. They won't hurt you, they're soft and you can eat them. I just don't like salmon cakes with the bone in it, so let's get the bone out. Okay, we're gonna discard of the bones as we take them out, so just with your hands, break your salmon up. Okay, so there's a piece of bone right there that I'm talking about. Can you guys see those small bones? So we want to go through the whole salmon can and make sure that there are no more bones in that salmon. Okay, so you guys can see that we've got it thoroughly broken up and we've removed all of the bones. Our next step, and everybody does this differently, our next step is we want to put just a little bit of lemon juice. All fish is good with a little bit of lemon juice. A little salt. We don't want to put a lot of salt yet because we're going to add saltine crackers that are already salty. A little bit of black pepper. We want to keep this simple. We don't want to add a whole lot of seasoning because it takes away from your fish. Okay. And we want 2 eggs. A lot of people will start off and put 1 egg in, mix up the batter, and then put the second egg in, but typically they always have to put the second egg in, so we're going to go ahead, put both eggs in to start with. Fish out our piece of eggshell. Okay. Now here's where a lot of people differ. A lot of people will put cornmeal or they'll put flour. We want to do something different. I want to put some saltine crackers, except I'm also going to put a few Ritz crackers in. So it needs some type of base to help the salmon stick together and to make the patty. It needs some type of breadcrumb, and we're going to use crackers. We're going to put about a half a pack of crackers. Broken up pretty good. And we're going to put a handful of, how many is a handful? I don't know, it's going to be to taste. This is not a recipe that you have to make in any specific way. So we're going to get maybe 10 or 12 Ritz crackers. Break them up fine. You know, Ritz crackers has a little bit of a sweet taste, so I'm going to put a few more. So that's like 14 or 15 crackers. And now we're just going to mix this up. So we have got a mixing spoon that we're going to try to use initially and see how this goes. Okay, this is going to be something a little bit different. After we get our salmon patties cooked, we are going to make a dip with our salmon, for our salmon. But for a little bit of bite, I want to add just a couple little shots of hot sauce. Because who don't like hot sauce on fish? Just a little bit. We don't want to put a lot because we're going to still put a little bit of hot sauce in our dip. Okay, here's the surprise. We're going to cook these salmon patties in a cast iron skillet. So we have a cast iron skillet that we've just recently restored and refinished, and we got it re-seasoned, and we're going to cook in that thing. Not quite hot enough yet, but it's close. So after watching multiple videos and speaking with Catherine's mother, she has assured me that the best way to do this is just stick your hands in it and make you some patties. So our hands are clean, or at least as clean as a man's hands can get anyway. We have a real good consistency with our salmon. Looks really good. So we don't want to make these real big. Maybe about a dipper full, or my dipper full. I'm going to pull them out so y'all can see that the ball sticks together. We're going to flatten them out a little bit. And we're going to get them in that grease. Nothing sticks in well-seasoned cast iron. These things do great, except cheese. Cheese sticks in everything. But everything else, well-seasoned cast iron, it does extremely well when it comes to not sticking. So let's let these cook, and we'll get them flipped over and get them on the other side. Oh, they smell great. Okay, there are the salmon cakes, or the salmon patties, or salmon croquettes. So they look beautiful, they smell good, look good. Let's make us a dip. So first of all, we have got some tartar sauce. So you gotta start off with some kind of base. A lot of people will use mayonnaise for the base. We want to use just a little bit of tartar sauce. How much did I use? Dump some in there. Now we're gonna put a little bit of garlic butter sauce. I love some garlic on some fish. Hey, maybe not quite that much, but I love some. And let's put us a little bit of hot sauce this time. Give that a good stir. Oh, it smells good. So you can see what the dip looks like. Okay, let's try these things out. That's gonna be so good. Y'all see the inside? I think it's beautiful. Very, very good. All right, Campfire Crew. I think Catherine's mom would be proud of us if she saw how the salmon patties or salmon cakes turn out. They're delicious. So we're gonna sit here and eat a couple and take some in, and Catherine will eat a couple because Catherine, she likes salmon patties, and we're gonna take some in and let her try them out too. All right, as always, and y'all can hear that other salmon patty popping in that skillet. So as always, life's an adventure. Don't get caught sitting at home. You ought to be out here in the lodge with me and Stella. Stella's right back here, cooking some salmon cakes, or some salmon patties, or some salmon croquettes, however you want to say it.